And I know we've been through some good and troubled times. There's never been a right time to say goodbye. But if I stay, she'll only see right through me. And then that look of shame inside my eyes, so I'd rather turn away, 'cause things you're gonna say will break her heart and make her cry. There's never been a right time to say goodbye. To say goodbye. I know lies would only hurt her, and I could never deceive her in that way. But either way, she'll end up crying, and I'd sooner walk away and let her love again. But anyway, our love's dying. There's never been a right time to say goodbye. To say goodbye. I'd rather turn away than see her hurt today. But either way, she'll end up crying. No denying, there's never been a right time to say goodbye.
Oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody. The D-O-double-G. It can't quit getting rowdy. Can't quit get road dog. We getting rowdy. Let me move the thing. We gonna move the thing. We getting rowdy. Let me move the thing. Good Lord. Can't quit get road dog. We getting rowdy. Let me move the thing. Can't quit let me move the thing. The real G's, they was about to get rowdy. You didn't know? You better ask somebody. Stepping through the dusk of the misty fall. No damn doubt about it, kid. We can roll dog, getting rowdy. We about to move some things. Me and roll dog, we can track the change. So check yourself and realize we're all right. And if you step your ass up and get your hat right crack, no doubt about it. Bring your drummer to bed. You know we're putting on the bogus ass versus the rest. We step your ass up and talk to the ground. Then we're two real G's with a real ass sound. We get rowdy. Yeah. Good Lord. Kid, we can roll dog, we getting rowdy. But to move the thing, they quick, you gonna move the thing. We getting rowdy, but to move the thing. Good Lord, yeah, we can roll dog, we getting rowdy, but to move the thing. D-O-double-G, we getting rowdy. But the moves the fame, me and Rondo. The real G's, and we about to get rowdy.
You didn't know, you better ask somebody. Stepping through the dusk of the misty fall.
No damn doubt about it, King, we can roll dog. Getting rowdy, we about to move some things. Me and Roll Dog with the track to change.
So check yourself and realize we're all that.
And if you step your ass up and get your head right cracked, no doubt about it, bringing drama the best.
Putting all the bogus ass buses to rest.
We snatch your ass up and toss it around.
Going two real G's.
With the real ass sound, we get rowdy. Good Lord, King, quick and Roll Dog, we get rowdy. Like the moves of fame.
Listen to the moves of things.
Yeah, we get rowdy. Like the moves of fame. Good Lord. King, quick and Roll Dog, we get rowdy. Like the moves of fame. D-O-double-G.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Rowdy, rowdy. We're getting rowdy.
Survivor Series.
One who will survive. March 29th. Levi Stadium.
I am the future of the WWE. I am Mr. Money in the Bank, and every single person in a seat tonight paid to see Seth Rollins.
I am pain. I am suffering. I am Bray Wyatt, the new face of fear. Can you feel it?
I climb the mountain on hands and knees, step by step, and every time I get a few steps up, I slide a few steps back down. So I'm getting DQ'd every 2 seconds because I can't follow the rules.
If it is not meant to be, I am not going to whine, I'm not going to complain, I am going to adapt, and I am going to overcome, because that's what I do. If you get knocked down, you get back up. And if you want to climb to the top of the mountain and you trip along the way, you brush the dirt off your shoulders and you climb until you reach the prize.
Sting, I am calling you out to stand in this ring face to face with me. So Sting, I want an answer.
You cannot control vengeance. I control your destiny. You need to be taken down.
Roman Reigns cannot beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. You're gonna get hurt by Brock Lesnar. You're gonna get embarrassed by Brock Lesnar. You're going to be conquered by Brock Lesnar.
Yes, everybody. It is WrestleMania weekend. Night 1. Which you may have seen pop up in a cryptic Becky Lynch tweet. But yeah, that was a remix I made for the 2015 Mania. I thought about making one for this year, but I didn't. Anyway, how's you guys doing? It's me, Chris. Hello. Doing some PS3 celebrating this evening because Sony are effectively killing it, the Vita and the PSP Go, and all the other iterations of the PSP. obviously. Hey TJ, how's it going? How's everybody feeling out there? Yeah, this is Puppeteer, something I've never played before, but I've always wanted to. Kept it at the back of my mind for like a stream or something, and I'm excited to check it out for the first time with you guys. We're going to do that right now. And then, after this, it's WrestleMania. So, not a bad evening of entertainment. Top Trumps, nice. Hello, Craig. Oh, middle of the day nap. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, you know, feeling good. Ready for WrestleMania. Interested to see, or rather hear, the fans. 25,000 fans there each night. There's going to be a lot of chanting. I'm sure a lot of things will be deemed awesome. But still, it's going to be nice to have that live crowd feel again. Yeah, Mania on the old cock. Still got the peacock, that is. Still got the WWE network over here. But it's obviously the same feed or whatever, accessing the exact same library as Peacock, so we're getting all the changes. And obviously, since BAMTech moved on to Disney Plus and Endeavour took over, the network's pretty shit. But hey, at least it's still all on there. I wonder how many people are using VPNs at the moment, specifically for the network. I used it. Oh, 2 players. That's pretty cool. I used a VPN originally to get the American network because it took a long time to come out here. Start the game, yes. KO vs Sammy. Oh, best match. I just hope Logan Paul slips over and, I don't know, smashes his face on the steel steps. Just something like that. Glad Drew gets the opening match in front of like a crowd that's been starved for live wrestling, you know. What's going on? This is Puppeteer, a PS3 exclusive. You can get it physically, so it will live on in that way, and you know, we can re-download it still if you got it digitally like I do. I don't really understand how that works. If a store's getting killed, how can you re-download stuff? Yes. I don't want to press X in case I miss anything. Yeah, so what is it? Banks and Belair headlining tonight. Edge, Daniel Bryan and Reigns tomorrow. I mean, KO vs Sammy is always an incredible match. I love those guys. Wish Logan Paul wouldn't be out there, but what are you going to do? Hope no one does like a hangman maneuver over the ropes. Logan Paul will get confused and start making a YouTube video. I'm actually capturing my PS3 over HDMI for the first time ever because of the HDCP settings. You've got to use component cables, but not anymore. Not with a teeny weeny HDMI splitter. You don't. Nice. Because yeah, what's that about? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Harvey, crashing boars. Are you the real crashing boars? No. No. Then why do you dress up like him? What's going on? We're playing Puppeteer for the first time ever. Hello, Steve. Logan Paul could have been Zack and Saved by the Bell remake. Oh, no, oh, man. Speaking of remakes, a Last of Us remake? Yeah, alright. I mean, you could put those resources into, I don't know, a new game? I mean, it came out on the PS3, granted, but it's still perfectly brilliant. It looks great on PS5 and 4. And all other consoles. Yes. It was a game at the time that was hailed as good, and it's been a game that's had a reputation over the years that's sort of grown and grown and grown. So always in the back of my mind I thought, let's save it for something. What was that thing? It was a stream. So I'm gonna do it right now. Am I supposed to be, are they supposed to be speaking? It's supposed to be subtitles. Bite my head off. So yeah, we're a puppet on a stage. You can hear the audience. They're bloody loving it. Not a good time to lose one's head. Obviously, there's going to be no speech now. Let's... yeah, where's that narrator? Huh? Where is he? Is the game working properly? Got it. Oh, I know what's going on. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can hear sort of like echoey speaking. Have I got the audio on like Dolby? For fuck's sake. Sorry, everybody. I can hear like some narration in the background, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. So I need to switch it onto like stereo or whatever, or get some surround sound headphones. But one of those can be done right now. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yes. I know what this means. Of course. Fuck it. Sorry about the slight delay, everybody. We're going to jump back into it right now. I've never heard that kind of thing before. Gabbo, Gabbo, Gabbo! Garbo is coming. Naughty Dog, where the Dream Zone... Dream Zone? I've never even heard of Dream Zone. Yeah, get that remade. It's 34 years old. Leave Last of Us. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. In terms of game preservation, Last of Us isn't high on the list. It's on 3 consoles. It looks amazing. It plays great. Do you know what I mean? Stupid Sony. Never forget, these corporations, they'll do some things to please us consumers sometimes. When it's good for business, they'll do that. But, you know, another time when other things are good for business, they're very much anti-consumer. And it ain't great. Especially for the Vita, because games are still coming out on the Vita this year. What's that about? Bloody love the Vita. But they abandoned it. They've abandoned my boy! Can you hear that guy? He's way off in the distance for me. I can't change my audio settings. What the fuck? I love technology and streaming. Fuck's sake. I'm just going to have to play it without being able to hear the narrator properly. Yeah, what is that? Hello, friend of Bono. How's it going? Okay, I'm just going to have one more fiddle in the audio settings. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah. It's weird. It sounds like it's basically on surround sound, and I'm only using like stereo speakers right now. But we can get that fixed. Or you just play Last of Us on the PS3. It is mad that it came out on the PS3. 11 years old. But the thing is, in terms of game preservation, them shutting down 3 stores is worse than, you know, Last of Us, gotta remake Last of Us! Oh! Just ridiculous. Okay. How do you use normal... What's stereo? Do you know what I mean? can still hear shit. Right, we're just going to play it whatever now because, you know, we can make up our own story. That's what we'll do. Excellent. There's always a workaround. Well, I would have said GoldenEye, Craig, but we were blessed with that leak this year. That GoldenEye remake's amazing. Going from the 90s. Well, I mean, a lot of PS1 and N64 games could do with it, because they look quite bad a lot of the time. But that's a good question. Yeah, I tell you what they need to do, speaking of Zelda, just get those 3DS versions on the Switch now, especially for this 35th anniversary of Zelda that we're experiencing right now. It's this year. GTA 5, Steve, that's a great shout. Where's my PS5 remake of GTA 5? Now, Mike was talking a lot about, Twittered Mike Star was talking a lot recently about Mario 64 complete remake, and that would actually be interesting.
Come one, come all, to the most... Most... Welcome to the magical theatre of the strange
We did it!
and fantastic.
I have no idea what I did, but
The
we
name's
bloody did it.
Professor...
Hello, Professor. Damn, we didn't catch his name. Metal Gear has been
Once
remade,
upon a
Craig.
time,
It's called Twin
before
Snakes,
everything
and it's
went
incredible.
rack-a-roll.
I did a bit of that on stream. I'd love to do a bit more. It's basically original Metal Gear remade with
But then,
Matrix-like
little
flipping
bear,
them out in the cutscenes. It's brilliant. I'll shut up now.
Nothing but love, stole two of his mistress's precious possessions, the Black Moonstone and a magic pair of scissors known as Calibros. After declaring himself Moon Bear King, he invaded the goddess's castle, smashed the White Moonstone to pieces.
Once upon a time, I once upon a now. This is my moon teams, so just get to the part where I sound good.
Right, yes, of
Never
course,
ever,
of course.
TJ.
Wasn't everyone so very wowed when the moon goddess was obliterated? Wasn't it just great that the impressive Moon Bear King gave a piece of the White Moonstone to each of his generals, screwing over the moon at large? Oh yes, the next 3 years was something special. Ah, yes. Now, where do I begin?
At the start. Got him. This makes a lot more sense now. I thought something was wrong.
He was the Moon Realm's ruthless new king, and intent to keep it that way. So night after night he spirited away the souls of children and locked
Spirited
them
away?
inside
Hey?
with puppets
Hey?
who were doomed
It's
to
Ghibli
defend
night for Crashing
Castle
Balls.
Winterstone. And while tonight was no exception, it would prove to be quite exceptional.
Oh, the poor dearie. Look, Yin Yang, another day, another soul.
Poor indeed. You're as bad as the tyrant.
Have I heard of the
How
band
many
Caius,
children
TJ?
are
I'm not even
you
going to dignify that with an answer.
Off to certain mutilation before you realize
Yes, I have.
you're wasting your time.
Why, one more, and then another after that. As many as it takes for me to get my hands on Calibros.
That's nice.
Meet our hapless hero, who's just blinked back to life.
Yeah.
Firmly in the Moon Bear King's clutches.
Kutaro, Kutaro, your soul was summoned here at my behest. Kutaro, will you be my friend?
Yes.
Pals to the bitter end.
Yeah. Yes, I was lucky enough to see Caius minus Josh on when they did 2009 tour or whatever. But yeah, my band used to cover Super Scoop and the Mighty Scoop.
Who left his head
I
in
played the drums on Demon Cleaner the other day, TJ.
Listen,
Really?
you're going to drop dead if you go without a head. And I'll be the one stuck with cleanup. Come on, let's find something else you can use. A substitute head.
Substitute head.
What's rattling around in there?
Ooh, what's rattling around in here?
It's a head pot. Perhaps I'll just help myself.
A head pot. It's full of headed goodness.
This should do nicely.
Yeah.
All set. Remember
Reminds me of
those
Little Big
head
Planet and how it
pots.
controls.
They may be weird, but they flap around.
Recapitated,
with lots of
love it.
useful heads.
And relevant
But one
this week,
little
if
touch
you've watched a
and they
certain
drop
program.
their stash. You know, a new kid on the chopping block like you ought to have a couple of noggins at least. Can't take any chances.
Sure, I got a couple of logins. I got loads of logins. Sometimes when I forget my password, I Kenny logins.
Oh, there's another one. See? Just like I said.
Oh yeah, Spiderhead.
Blast it! What am I doing wrong? Am I not powerful enough?
No.
Out.
My head!
Quick, pick up your now. This is extremely important. One false move and those heads of yours will tumble right off your shoulders.
Yep.
If you don't grab them right away, their magic will fade and no more head. So remember.
Oh
if you
man,
lose
but
your
I love head.
Pick it up post haste.
Okay. Hello! How's it going, Milk?
Oh, and one other
This is
thing.
Puppeteer for the very first time.
Sparkles. Here, I'll show you. Voila!
Ooh.
These are Mune Sparkles.
Sparkles.
Collect 100 and you'll be able to magically come back to life. Even
Handy.
if you do lose all your heads.
Okay.
Let's keep looking.
Should I put the subtitles on, you guys?
There, the witch's bloomers.
Oh no, they aren't. Head. Who's this clown?
Keep your eyes peeled for Mune Sparkles if you want to stay alive.
Okay, I can't bring people back from the dead. It's not a pretty picture.
Always angry. Jehoshaphat.
Whoa.
Look there. You see that head symbol? Listen. Every head has a little bit of magic to it. They react to places and objects that resemble them. Oh, why don't you just give it a try?
Yeah, the aesthetic's
Here,
cool as well,
first
eh?
choose the right
I like
head.
the theatre audience stuff.
Now, use the head's magic.
I speak good. Head action. Nothing like a bit of sweet head action. I did a dance.
Anyway, keep an eye out for those head symbols. Anything could happen. Look at that. No wonder they're so skinny.
Don't do that.
Oh, what a little darling. Welcome. Please make yourself at home.
Yeah, this is why the PS3 needs to be celebrated, eh, Steve? So many incredible exclusives. Like I had a 360 first for years, but you just had to get that PS3 because of all of the games. One that always jumps out is Heavy Rain, my first ever platinum. I loved
That
it.
feisty fork. It's as wicked as the witch. Hey, I warned you.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Remember to pick that up quick. No more heads means no more you.
Okay.
Pass through that shimmering gateway to proceed to the back of the kitchen.
Proceed. He's got all the cat puns.
Kuturo was not alone in his
Heavy Rainstream.
The kitchen was already staffed by unfortunates
Maybe I
whom
should
the
do that.
Moonbear King had plucked from their
I've
beds.
never played Beyond Two Souls, so that's also a possibility. And obviously, We had a great time playing Detroit Become Human. Yo, Andy!
You idiot!
You're right, he sounds like Ren. Recently found out the animator or the guy behind that, another wrong'un. Why there's so many wrong'uns? Yes, Steve. Grim Fandango was something that reminded me of, but I couldn't finish the thought to say yes, Grim Fandango. That's what this game is like. But yeah, great aesthetic, eh? Prince of Persia Trilogy HD stream. Oh, I've got the trilogy. Yeah. What am I saying? I've got the trilogy on PS2, and must have picked up the HD trilogies at some point over the years. It's very. It's reminding me of something that's not a video game as well. Some
These
sort of animation.
children have been charged with keeping the Pickle King fed.
The Pickle King!
A miserably hopeless task. After all, his appetite was as vast and insatiable as his lust for power.
Careful. There's this thing about fire and puppets.
Yeah, gotcha.
All those mune sparkles, you don't want to toast yourself grabbing them.
No! Hey! Oh shit. I lost my head. It's tragic. I do want the moon sparkles though. See ya.
Imagine being one of these tykes and spending dusk till dawn getting kneaded and grated, peeled and parboiled, marinated, melted, minced and mashed. Or, if they were lucky, just zested, followed by a light gravy.
I smell something delicious.
Oh, I tell you what, speaking of the Vita, Craig, the Vita version of Killzone is incredible. It's the best FPS on that console by such a long way, and really showed all the wasted opportunity. We were promised a Bioshock on the Vita, which obviously never materialized, but shame. Ooh, delicious hamburger head!
Oh, wait, there's a spark.
Oh, look at that. Oh man, now I'm starving.
Head, bread. Oh, try it on that sandwich.
That's what you said, isn't it? Go-to bread.
Aha, there's that head symbol again.
I can't wait to press this button. Let's press the burger button. Yeah! Yeah!
Change the world, and I do mean that quite literally.
Cool. Oh. Can I investigate the boiger?
If you don't present yourself soon, the Mune Witch will lose her temper and... well, you thought losing your head was bad.
I'm getting the sparkles, bitch!
The witch.
Oh, don't worry about it, Craig.
Was a singularly screwy sorceress by the name of Esma Potts. You'd think someone.
I can't remember, but I'm 36 next Thursday.
About cooking.
Speaking of which,
you'd be wrong.
On Thursday, the 15th of April, it's the Joker Takeover stream. So you want to mark that in your diaries? Does anyone use diaries anymore? I don't know. But yes, Joker Takeover stream next Thursday, my birthday. But I won't be here, so I'll miss it. That's a shame. But Nurse Joker Takeover stream. Let's proceed. Oh, what? Oh, wait, do the lids... Ah, yes. Excellent. This game looks great, doesn't it? Oh, ooh. Yeah.
As for Kutero's catty companion, name of Yin Yang, he used to be the moon goddess's faithful feline. One might say his current mistress was a step down in some regards.
That's not a cat pun. Suppose only Yin Yang can do those. Whoa!
Watch out for the vegetables. In this kitchen, the cook is
man.
a cook, and the squash.
Cultaholic coming in with a raid of 78. That is absolutely incredible.
Did you see that?
Thank you very much. Who is it? Matthew? Adam? That's you guys. Thank you so much for joining me in that raid. Hey, Toad. You nailed it this time. Yeah, apparently it happens regularly.
Did you see that?
Hey, Major Blitzkrieg, Aiden, Kelly. Thank you so much for those follows. That's awesome. You guys are amazing. We're celebrating the PS3 here tonight with a little bit of Puppeteer on this night 1 of WrestleMania. Thank you, Matt, for that follow. That's awesome. Follow? God's sake. I can talk! I swear I can talk. Thank you so much for that raid. That's amazing. Yeah, apparently loads of people forget the. But the Psycho Fox is the name. Streaming the game, just like British Bulldog. British Bulldog's the name. Wrestling's my game. Get a free burger. Hey, Fletch. Yeah, him card read good. How's everybody doing tonight? How was the stream? What were you guys streaming? What were you guys doing? I played the WrestleMania theme at the start of the stream, and it's really got me in the mood now. I'm excited for tonight. Interested to hear how those fans sound.
Shit! Did you see that?
Little Rick Gaming, thank you for that follow. My name's Chris, by the way, aka Chris Fox, aka The Psycho Fox. Silent Hill 1, oh man.
Shit! Did you see that?
It's still such a great game, isn't it? That really shows the power of atmosphere in games. Before I continue, Nathan Metcalf. Yes, I said it right. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. How are you doing this fine evening? Yeah, it really goes to show you the power of atmosphere in games, because Silent Hill 1, being a PS1 game, still has such a tense, electric atmosphere.
Did you see that?
So that fog, still so amazing, and yeah, you know, scary to play alone. Hey, Mark. Mark made it. He certainly did. Well, thank you so much for the follow. You guys are making my night. Josh Bunton. This is great. I'm lost for words. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for following and raiding and watching. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, I really, really appreciate your time and your attention. It's really, really cool. But yeah, Silent Hill 1. We were talking about remakes. A decent Silent Hill HD remake would be nice, where they don't botch the fog. Yeah, it was one of the first ideas that I had when I launched my channel. So I was like, oh man, I've got to do that. I knew I wanted to have a partridge alert, but it doesn't get much better than shh, twat! That was a goal. So everybody excited for Mania? Shall we play some video games? This is Puppeteer. It's amazing. I've just started it for the first time ever. If you guys haven't seen it before, we're a puppet on a stage, getting lots of different head, and the game actually used the word head action a minute ago, and who doesn't love a bit of that? Oh, can we just go under the table? That's pretty cool. But yeah, we're getting Little Big Planet vibes, as my man Steve mentioned. Some Grim Fandango vibes, because we had some skeleton action earlier on. But yeah, obviously, Sony don't see... Let's just listen to what she has to say. He calls it convoy. Yeah, obviously Jim Ryan recently came out and said, I don't understand why people like old video games. They look shit. Well, that's exactly how he said it. But, you don't know anything, Jim Ryan. You're an idiot, Jim Ryan. You don't know what you're talking about. Because preserving old video games is very important. We want them accessible for future generations. We want them playable, and we want them not looking like dog shit, if at all possible. But yeah, I've you can't see, but in front of me I've got all of the consoles, and I've got all of the games over here. And I love consoles, old and new, games old and new. And it's important to preserve them, I think. So Sony killing 3 stores at once in 1 year.
Open the windows.
Not good.
One, two, three. What do you think? Meowed by my cat-like reflexes?
Meowed.
Where is the moon goddess? I demand to know where you have taken her.
You know what, Fletch? Can I endorse punching Jim Ryan on stream? Because in the future, be like, thank you for coming to this job interview, Chris. But we've seen in your internet history you once advocated punching Jim Ryan in the face. Do you know what, Fletch?
Not until you
Oh no! Don't punch Jim Ryan in the cunt. Oh no, this Jim Ryan cunt. Sure.
You can do it. After all,
Okay, what's she been talking about?
are a very special boy.
Thank you.
Deja vu. How many very special boys are we up to now?
Yeah.
Well, my boy stable is a bunch of very special boys, I'll tell you that for free. I got the job, yes, unless it's with Sony. Unless he's not working there anymore, then they'd be like, yeah, we hate that guy.
Welcome to the Tower of Tribulations. But don't let a cheerful name like that fool you. This place is.
Look at what we can do with this burger head as well. Yeah! There's a burger button.
My cat senses are tingling. Something's fishy about that armor. See? You never know where a head might be hiding.
Whoa.
Head pods, dreadnoughts,
Bat head.
parking lots.
No, bat head.
Everywhere.
I mean,
They
leader.
don't say, get your head out of the gutter for nothing.
Ugh. I thought something was going to happen there. I really... oh shit. Oh god. Do I have an attack? I don't think I do.
Shit! Did you see that?
Pachiti Mania. It is Pachiti Mania weekend. And thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Fight him on PlayStation. Fight him on PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Another game which the servers were killed. So if you could kill that. Oh god, no. No! My bat head. I found a little man. So what, 3 heads at once? That's not enough head. Is it? Not for me. Oh, okay. Let's not jump down there. Whoa. Yeah, we're just talking about maybe doing a heavy rain stream at some point, because we were talking about the amazing exclusives that were found on the PlayStation 3. Heavy Rain was my first ever platinum. Really special game. The Uncharted games, obviously, of course. It is mad that Last of Us came out on the PS3, actually. But we don't need a remake of it, for crying out loud. Has the whole world gone crazy? Don't like that. Don't like the mysterious noises. What the?
No, not good.
Uh-oh.
We have a spherical situation. Duck for your life before we get bowled over.
Did it. This guy
Stay
is
in one
non-stop with the
piece?
puns. And I thought they were just cat puns, but no. He's versatile, he can do a pun about anything. Not sure if that did anything. That sounded like a good sound. No, what? Oh, man. Light all the candles. Oh, whatever. It's a variation on the Last Supper. Oh. Alright, wasn't that funny? You people. Fight him on the landing grounds.
Magnificent, Kotaro. There's the entrance to the throne room. No one has ever made it this far.
Really? It's like the first level. It's only the first level. Right, face knacker. I tell you what, Steve, aka V1, thinks X-Pac's going to be the first 3-time Hall of Famer. What about the first 4-time Hall of Famer? With Rat Face Knacker and Albert. Make it happen, Vince.
Oh my gosh, are you crazy?
Is your brother the voice of Yin Yang?
Dad's gonna have a supernova!
Wait, sire.
Shit,
What
calm.
if she's right? The sun does have a burning temper.
Ha! What can he do? I've got his precious daughter.
Anyone with mania predictions, hopes, fears, dreams?
And even if you didn't, your majesticalness is more than enough to eclipse the sun.
I've prepared a very special room for you, my dear princess. So please, I insist, take a long rest.
Meow. What luck. He's left Calibras unattended for once. Kutaro, you are one.
That perspective shift was really cool.
There before our hero towered the most impressive pair of scissors you've ever seen.
They're pretty impressive.
The legendary Calibras. But Calibras was bound fast
It's like the
by
Master
bio
Sword of the
vines,
Scissor World.
The twisted offspring of the Moon Bear King's twisted magic.
Get those.
Meet Calibras. Calibras is a cut above your average scissors.
Got the pun.
used to
Can we get a
serve
pun
the
count going? We're on about 58 at the moment.
Step forward, boy.
Oh dear, Fletch, come on.
Your destiny now.
I mean, Drew's gonna get that win in front of the crowd, isn't he?
Now that's a shock. I mean, an honor. Don't you see? Calibras has chosen you.
Oh dear. Fletch, I'm afraid you have to leave Scotland.
And so Kutaro's
Yeah, get
fortunes
Shane a
were
few
starting to
sponges.
look up. After all, he was now the
Yeah,
proud
he
owner
sweats
of
a
pair
lot.
of enchanted scissors.
But
Still, it wasn't all good.
stop bullying
Remember,
Braun
Calibras
Strowman.
belonged to the Moon
He's been picked on his whole life. Just look at him. I'm surprised he's not currently being shoved into a locker.
I've been bullied all my life.
And the boy's first challenge was to extricate himself from the booby trap he
Snippy,
just
snippy,
set
snip.
off.
Rats. Now this is a fine. There. That's the ticket.
Sky cut. Ooh. That's cool.
Nicely done, Kutaro.
Hogan said he's one more run, brother.
We'll be out of here in no time.
Someone needs to like do a rib on Hogan and convince him that the 24/7 belt is like the new must-have title, and you're not a wrestler
Yes,
anymore
you
unless
know
you've
what to
been a 24/7 champion.
Oh,
You know, like Pete
scissor,
Rosenberg.
Like a true wizard.
Oh God, Shane versus IRS in a sweat match. Nobody wins when that happens. Oh shit, a new head.
Take good care of Calibras, and Calibras will take care of you.
I'm gonna do a 360 sky cut right here. So 360 sky cut
Don't
maneuver
stop now.
engaged.
Lovely. Very nice.
It's just nice to have a British Isles
Their
champion.
hand on my property.
But yeah, I mean,
My traps. How did you get out?
you got to be happy for Lashley as well, getting to be like the main boy, Vince's main
What have you done
guy,
to my throne room?
because he's been doing it for a while.
Apprehend that thief.
Oh shit, what's going on?
Deftly and darkly, the grubs descended upon our trembling hero. But locked within each of them was the soul of a child, just as scared as him.
What? Don't make me feel guilty about cutting them.
That's it. Very heroic.
I'm a child murderer
I'll
now.
pop your head clean off your shoulders!
Oh no, you won't.
Get caught, and you'll be grabified, just like the rest of these poor children.
It's alright, I'm killing them.
Guards! I want that sticky-fingered scoundrel's head!
I have many heads, sir. For just such an occasion.
Guards!
He does, doesn't he, Matt Riddle? That's probably why he wears so very little clothing. Not that I've been looking.
It was a weaver. Of all the Moonbear King's nightmarish magical creations, weavers.
How cool
were
is that?
some
The
of
cutting
the
mechanic is
nastiest.
really nice. Feels great.
This was Kutero's first ever real dose of fear. But to escape the Weaver, those fears would need to be conquered.
Ha-ha!
As the clash grew even clashier, the boy snipped, sliced, and sundered with the cold realization his life counted on it.
Quick! Yeah.
Success! The Fell Weaver was no more.
Haha, yeah, Brutus. Brother Bruti wishes. Oh, I've got a crown head.
The first step of his grand adventure.
Nice. What's your drink of choice tonight? I'm just on the. I'm not drinking alcohol tonight. I've been drinking my birthday whiskey all week on stream, and I've got to save the rest of my Maker's Mark for next week. It's actually my birthday.
On our heroes.
Tiger up!
Yes, sir.
7 character.
Where did that
Oh God.
Well, he
Hand on the
can't have
window.
gotten far, sire.
Oh no, that kid's
He
eyes
has
have gone all
such
black.
tiny legs. I imagine
Just
he's
be
right around
recreating
the
the,
corner.
I
the
don't
7
want
scene.
him around the corner. I want him corner!
I'm certainly sick of the Cesaro swing.
Or I'll find
To have a feud based around it is a bit.
Please, sire.
Bit
Your
naff.
blood pressure. I'll take care of it.
Not that Rollins and Cesaro
Like a
don't have the
back-
potential to
glass of
obviously
warm milk.
have an absolute
No.
blinder.
Bravo, Kutaro. None of the others ever made it half as far. This will be music to the witch's ears. Oh, man up, would you please? Would
Join
you
the crown head.
prefer the grubs find you and the Moon Bear King yanks your limbs off?
I don't want to go. Oh, end of Act 1. Time to get your ice cream, everybody. Drinks from the bar. Need this. What's that curtain called? Safety curtain. Can't remember. I've not been to a real life place like a theatre for feels like 1,000 years.
With a flash of Calibris, Kutaro felled the frightful
This game,
monster
Andrew,
and freed
indeed
the
has
soul
everything.
of every last child in the fiend's clutches. Well done, Kutaro. The souls he freed were homeward bound.
So, is Mania midnight for us in the UK tonight? I've assumed it is. Is it a 2-hour pre-show?
Before he could start cutting...
Yeah, whatever.
Kutaro had obtained Calibris, a legendary pair of magic scissors.
1 a.m.
But before he could start cutting along the dotted line of destiny,
I thought
he
the
would have to escape
pay-per-view
the
start
wrath
time was
of the
midnight
tyrannical
these days.
Moon Bear
Oh well.
King.
Time for a 3-hour pre-show that way.
And so the story continues. Lucky Kutaro,
I'm enjoying this game a lot.
suckered into stealing a set of sorcerer's scissors by the witch and stirring up
Oh,
a
nice,
tyrant's
Fletch.
rage.
I've also
Now,
worked at
all
the
his
Churchill
hopes
Theatre
of
in
escaping
Bromley.
the castle were dashed, just as he himself dashed like mad
And
to
I did a
outrun
drama
the
degree
soldier
as well.
grubs who wanted his head. Poor Kutaro. His only hopes now were Calibris and a witch of most questionable character. What cruel tricks would fate play on him next?
1 a.m. That is mad. Is that really necessary?
You pussy-footing wussy cat! Where were you? I ought to... Fudge! Brownies, it can't be!
Did you forget you sent us off in the first place? Yes, Calabrus chose him.
Finally! Those legendary shears will cut right through the Moon Bear King's lackeys and set the moon realm free!
Calabrus. Great name as well, isn't it?
Brave young warrior. Why don't you let Granny hold onto those for you? Right now, you wooden donks! What was that for? Don't you tell me I'm not your type! Gotcha!
Whoa.
To command Calabrus, you need either a heart as pure as the goddess.
Hello.
Vicious magic like the Grizz. But
We doing a
all you've
shmup
got
stage
is an
here?
attitude.
No. Maybe later.
Oh, nuts! You keep
Yeah, why can't all pay-per-views be SummerSlam 92,
Take
eh?
good care of it for me.
He's pretty big.
I smell him. That's the punch and stick of a scissor thief.
Takes one to know one.
Oh, General Tiger, sir. Oh,
General
good
Tiger.
to drop by to check on Beasley old me. Gosh, I just don't know anything about
He looks
him,
awesome.
but if I see him, you'll be the first and last to know.
Don't put me in there.
And this egregiously foul odor must be witch stick. You are certain he's not here?
Oh, yes, very certain, your Tagoness. I beg you, bring that scoundrel to justice, or I may not sleep a week tonight.
That would be one big pile of shit.
Don't worry. My grubs will have this whole castle locked down in no time.
That's true. If it's on midday, on a weekend. Yeah, people, yeah, I mean, sport, you know, I'm not a sportster, but sports games happen at lunchtime, don't they?
After all, we can't
And then, yeah,
have
that would be a
anyone
decent time for us
crashing
over
the
here.
prison towers and making off with the knight's powers. Now can we?
You hear that, dear? Then get your hiney in gear!
That rhymes, Marge, and you know it rhymes.
The tiger's tongue had slipped. Whatever powers this knight had, they were clearly important.
Get another head. No, we don't need another spider. I like it. That's really fun to do.
The castle walls.
Why do the kids call it cheesing? Because it's fun to
The
do.
slippery stones instead were giant living vines imbued with
Come here, you.
dark magic.
Shit. Oh. Kiss my face.
Snipping, cutting, slicing through the vines with Calabrus, Kuturo scrambled
being generous
up
with the heads
and
now.
up. Onward he must climb.
You just told me to go up. God damn it. Oh, my crown. For fuck's sake. Should have gone down here to get the crown, but oh well. You live and learn. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The skull icon. Alright. Press the skull button. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a bonus. Spin the wheel, make a deal. We don't want that one. Oh, fuck off. You motherfucker. That's just my luck. I did it. Nailed it.
As you may have noticed,
I don't
there was
know.
a reason.
I don't recognise his
which
voice. Shit.
framed Kuturo
My burger head.
stealing the scissors. The moment she marched him off to the throne room, she had already concocted a plan
Come here, you.
to take Calabrus for herself.
combo on you. Alright, what's going on in this one? I don't know. Check out the IMDb, Fletch. See if it's anyone that we know. Oh, God. No! Holy! Not even cutting anything anymore. Yeah. Is this a boss fight? Oh, right, okay, I see. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Hey! Awkward. Alright. Come on, dude. Get the moon sparkles. Need my sparkles. Ledge! Keep forgetting to look around at shit. Oh man, that was shit.
Despite himself, Kuturo was growing excited. What kind of awesome power could this knight in the towers have anyway?
Stephen Grief. Fantastic name. Stephen Grief. Even if you don't pronounce it like that, that's my new favourite name. Plays the vacuum in it. Of course, you know, he can do anything. He can do a vacuum, a narrator, he's got it all covered. I really the hot new co-op game, and I really want to play It Takes Two. Hopefully I will be able to at some point. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Right. Whoa! Hate leaving moon sparkles behind, or whatever they're called, but sometimes needs must.
Not even the vile vines could still Kuturo's scissors.
Loving the alliteration there, Stephen. You'll be getting no grief from me, for fuck's sake! My burger head! Oh, no! Shit, I've got one head left. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Don't you dare. Zigzag. Apocalypto. Why do I keep... Yes!
We'll have to
Oh, really?
use these for
Geordie
stairs.
Michael.
Just cut along the seam.
Geordie Michael also does the meerkat voices, which I find really annoying. Do you want us to take out Sue Cook for you? God, no. Rapidly tap square after you... Oh, okay. Way!
Impressive.
Sweet. Crowd are loving it. Quick! Yeah!
Thanks to Calibris, not even the steepest tower walls could stop Kuturo.
Awesome. This game's exceeded my high expectations for it. Good for them. Mark Brentonier. Mark B is the narrator. He's done Robotnik in a few. Wait a minute, who's the narrator? Stephen or Mark? Well, now I'm really confused. Could do a cup of beans, like. A canny cup of beans. What shall I do with a cup? Just leave it on the step. Burger head. Man, you get punished. Burger head. You sons of bitches. Die! Ah, the French narrator. I'm sure he's Bon as well. You know, I'd never heard of the name Frey Bentos before until it was it's a joke in the first season of The Office, UK Office. was like, who's the Cuban leader? Fidel Castro. No, you say that now. What did you say then? What did you say then? Fray Bentos? And that didn't mean anything to me at the time. And I used to be a shelf stacker at Safeway. And one day I was stuck in a grocery aisle. And I put the Fray Bentos pies on the shelf. And I cracked up. Brilliant. Oh, Brent. I bought all of them. Had I not been working, they would have been... Oh yeah, I've never had a Fray Bentos pies. They don't strike me as high quality. And also they strike me as those pies, you know, like when you get a pie in a restaurant or like a pub. And it's like in a ceramic bowl. As the base is ceramic, you can't eat that. So it's not a real pie. You can't just have pastry on the top of a ceramic bowl. It's not the same. Well, now I want one. Because, once again, for some reason, any food that's ever mentioned in stream, in the chat, by someone I'm streaming with, I just immediately want all of them in the world. So yeah, give me the Fray Bentos pies right now, please. It looks quite flaky pastry though as well, doesn't it? But hey, you know what I mean. Pie is pie.
Couturo sliced his way through flags, vines, anything he could sink those scissors into.
That was almost terrible. Hey! Okay, I thought there was thorns down there. Oh shit, there's vines everywhere. Sweet. Let's go back. Whoa! Backcountry. Follow the bats. What do we got here? Yeah, I need more head. Wait a minute, what is it? I don't have the vine head. What's the vine head? I've not even seen this head. Oh man, well then I'll just have another normal pie. But I mean, let's just take a moment to celebrate all pies. Though not all pies are made equal. Not even if they're made by the Cuban leader. I definitely prefer the short crust pastry to the puff pastry. But like I said, pastry is pastry is pastry. I'll take it.
Not everyone took it sitting down when the Moon Bear King rose to power. Many tried to oust the tyrant and bring back the goddess. One or two of them even survived. But the goddess's mightiest champions all fell, and their powers were locked away in secret, well-guarded places.
Now, where do you suppose the knight's powers are hiding?
Tower top security was tight. The Weaver patrolled the smoke-ridden sky,
powerful alliteration right there.
swooping
What was
and
that, like
slicing at
40s?
anything that moved.
That's
These
one better than
towers not only defended the castle
boy group from the
when
90s,
Moon
3T.
Bear King rebelled against the goddess, but during the ferocious fight,
That's right, you get 3T
they
references on my
also went
stream.
on the
Sue me.
attack.
Fuck. Alright. Whee! Lovely stuff. Oh my god, double chocolate gatto for Mania sounds
The tyrant
great.
later converted the towering
It's a gatto.
spires to a prison, which with abounding imagination he dubbed the Prison Towers. The crushed forces of the Moon Goddess were detained at His Majesty's pleasure to
Fathead.
starve, rot, and generally suffer. Only
Yeah.
their armor remained to tell their terrible tale.
This game's amazing. I would recommend you guys playing it even if you're watching it now because it's a lot of fun to play. Thanks to Calibus, missing all of that. Whee! Ah! game continues to dazzle. Whoop. Oh, I want them. No! Shit. Oh god. Why must beans go in pies? That should be illegal. We're talking about baked beans. Ah, that's a shame. That's the stuff. Awesome. This game's a thrill ride, a roller coaster. I've only entered my name, Thrill House.
Gorging on the power in its lord's dark seal, the Wheeler.
Craig, get it. Like I said, it's physically available on PS3 and digitally. But obviously, if you're going to buy it digitally, you best do it soon.
Well, looks like the pawn has become a knight. Why
You're damn straight. Although I am wearing a crown right now.
Extra large.
Aha! Oh, look how cool that knight looks. Horsey. Oh, fuck. My crown! Yeah!
It might be big, but it's only stitches. A snip or two should do it.
Yeah! You loving that? Oh, wow, on your birthday. Well, happy birthday for August 27th. Definitely treat yourself to some things off the PS3 store before that day. So,
I
for
bet
your
you
birthday.
can cut through.
Yeah, I definitely need to give the Vita more love. I could definitely stream some Vita games because I've got a PlayStation TV, though so many of them aren't compatible with it for some ridiculous reason. Glad this thing's always on the same side. Yes! Slice you up. I don't have anywhere near enough snacks for Mania tonight. You guys have made me feel really underprepared. Gattos. Gosh. Oh!
See? I told you so.
Yes, Yin Yang, you were right. Again. I wish he could collect my Moon's prizes for me because shit. Then it'd be like Galaxy. So I could collect them with the right stick. Oh no. That was close. Yeah, that's exactly where I wanted to cut. Aha! Oh, wait, do I need to go up? I forgot. Oh, well. He hates that. He bloody hates it. Yeah, jumping, like I said, is a lot less floaty than Little Big Planet, so those jumping controls are tight for little spots like that. You can time them very well. Feels very good. Do I need to go on the left? Is that even an option? Yeah, it is. Get off you. Shit, I was looking at the cat. Okay. I'll take off his left arm. Yeah, get it.
It's starting to unravel.
Things are unraveling fast now. Burger head, hooray! Oh god. Oh shit. Wasn't ready for that. 3. Oh, vertical. Left. It's a bit close. Okay, just one. Oh. Yeah, you like that? Short back and sides. Oh. Time for the coup de grace. The final blow. And any other head references you want to use.
Hurry up and cut those souls free.
Please get up there. Shit, do I need to launch myself? Yes, indeed. Oh god, have I got time? Go! Shit. Oh, come on. He should be able to run on so few souls. Oh. God. Okay, that was handy.
That's it.
Yeah.
After the formidable adversary was vanquished,
Hooray.
an old and scratched up shield appeared before Kutaro. Could this be the power he sought?
Oh, spiky ballhead. Let's see what the power is for this. Classic Kutaro. Knew he was going to do that. There's one under there. No. Oh, wait a minute. What was roll? Okay, whatever.
Tiger! Quickly, you fool! He's going to find the Knight's shield! How could he possibly know it was in there? Stop him! If Kutaro makes off with the shield or the Sun Princess, mark my brow. No! Rip that bit of moonstone right out of your mouth!
When I find that idiot who blabbed about the night in front of...
Terrifying. Like a 3D movie coming right at you. But I did see options for 3D TVs earlier on. This came out when they were pushing those hard.
With the help of Calibros, Kutaro defeated the menace and saved the souls of a lucky few. Well done, Kutaro!
I used to be a panto horse. Well, I quit while I was ahead. I used to be a panto horse, but I was always a little behind. This game's so cool. No curtain one, no curtain two, just plain curtains.
But Tiger was hot. Now back to Kutaro's tale.
Yep. Could you return to your seats? The play is about to resume.
You'll recall that even after the Moon Goddess was defeated and her legion was put to rout, her loyal subjects tried to resist.
Root.
4 champions, ever faithful, rose to their mistress's cause. Over a period of weeks, they concocted an elaborate plan to lead a pathetically small but equally valiant army against the Moonbear King's castle Grizzlestein. Did it work? Well...
Did it? Got a PS3 Slim, but they still make quite a lot of noise. I've got a 60 gig PS3 flat that can play the PS2 games. But I had to get it repaired because it overheated and died. Got it repaired. It's still now when you turn it on, it goes, sorry, I'm too hot.
They
I've
were
got to turn it off.
hopelessly
Bye.
outnumbered, but so desperately did they fight, so bravely did
Flashback.
they toil, that the tyrant himself finally deigned to confront them.
You fight well, dare I say, skillfully, but alas.
And that's a level of bravery I can relate to.
From me!
Bloody hell.
And that was the end of that revolt. The Moon Bear King used his dark magic to lock the four champions' powers away, and all would-be challengers to his throne were wiped from the face of the moon.
Oh, no.
This shield was a special one indeed, for within it still dwelled the power of the moon goddess.
Bloody scissor-proof.
He whose valiant struggles ended in tragedy.
Alas, poor knight. I knew him, Kutaro. This flashy shield of his got him farther than most, but when you're pitted against the king, fear got the better of him. And these scratches, courtesy of the Moon Bear King. Just look what's become of the moon sigil. But the knights...
Sorry, you're going on a bit long. I just had to skip to the end. Yay!
At last, Kutaro had claimed the knight's powers.
Woohoo! Why, you've done it, you sweet little muffin. Try those powers out.
All right.
Oh, very good. Next up, Lunar Bit Part. Okay, shortbread, mouth shut and ears open. That's my clever boy. Remember, you can fend off nearly any
Where are my scissors gone?
great or small, just as long as you don't get smooshed in the process. Lunar Glove!
Whoa.
Now fend this sucker off! There. You see? Some attacks...
I am Jennifer Lopez.
Next, try pointing the shield upward. Good. Now point the shield downward.
I feel like I'm the opticians. Look to the left.
Bit part.
And into the light.
The best defense is someone else's offense.
X-Men
And
3.
the shield, as it happens, was specially designed to deflect beams of magic light.
That's
Which
handy.
is lucky for you, because here comes a doozy.
Okay.
Bounce it at that grub there. Yeah. Kaplowy!
Kaplowy!
Very impressive for your first try.
Don't like my scissors not being here.
Just one more thing, dear. The shield wears out if you use it too much, so be sure to give it lots of rest.
All right.
Got it?
Yes.
Then get lost.
Oh, look.
I'm afraid I can't. I've got an
Conjured up
excellent
an
sense of
exit.
direction.
How sweet. We should hurry before her magic fizzles out.
Sadly, not all the castle's puppets were having the same luck as Kutaro.
Oh no.
Winken, Blinken, and Nod here tried to make a break for it.
Uh-oh.
And got broken for their trouble. The Moon Bear King's overblown guillotine was waiting to reduce all such traitors to scrap.
Gruntilda vibes. Yeah, it's definitely reminiscent of a lot of different things, isn't it?
Yes. Stay on your toes if you want to keep them.
Jenny and Claire working on Downton Abbey on my head.
Looks like you need a head to get ahead. No defense is perfect. You'll find a weakness if you keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, okay. We're not quite done yet. Yeah. Nice.
Bravo! An eye for an eye.
Oh, we got the guillotine head. Look at it. Look at that. That's so cool. Let's press down. I think that was a hot dog. How brilliant. This game just keeps giving and giving.
Climb on up, Kutaro. Color me eclipsed. The shimmering gateway has been swiped. king's brand new security system was installed here last week.
Oops. Let's try that again. Yeah. I didn't know what to do with that icon. Like my normal head. It doesn't look like any of the heads that I had on this. Oh, right. How long has that been there? Yeah, that's the head I needed. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Can I still get my prize? Nah.
Here, the shimmering gateway abruptly ended. Kutaro could not stave off a sinking feeling that things were about to get grim.
There you are, you vexatious thief.
Wait. I can't beat 3 of your pawns.
Ready to become sawdust?
Got a shield, mate. I should probably be doing something to the poor right now, but... Apples!
Magic is pouring out of Calibris. Now, let Tiger have it.
Yeah! Fire scissors!
Mark my words.
Oh, man.
Well, we've reached the top
R.I.P.
of the
Carrot.
prison towers, but where is the gateway? Oh, that's right. The princess is being held here.
Oh, dude.
The witch said you might need to give the shield a rest.
Oh! Oh! Shit. Okay. What am I blowing up here? Ah, okay, nice. Oh! Let's go!
Watch out for the searchlight.
Okay. No! Ah! Fuck it. Most excellent. Oh, Bathead, we've seen him before. What's the matter, Sid? You can't find your scissors? Oh! Said 3 people in the arena that day.
Was it the knight's soul within the shield, or something else stirring? A fire filled Kutaro's heart, and he knew it was his duty to save the princess.
I don't have the guillotine head anymore. Oh,
Just
nuts.
what is it about damsels?
Oh, guillotine head. No. Listen to that score.
Are you my knight in shining armor?
Maybe.
Get me out of here! Now!
Wait, that's not the Sun Princess. She's not even a lady. At best, she's a lady in waiting.
Kutaro was disheartened, but his sense of chivalry would not let him leave the lady behind.
what did I even do wrong there? I don't have that head. Okay, let's just point.
Oh my gosh! Get me out of here!
Just chill!
I wish she was a princess. I could really go for my own kingdom.
No use moaning. A hero never leaves a lady behind.
Chop chop! Come on!
Okay, what are we doing here? Whoa. Am I going for the cage? No, we're definitely not hitting that cage. Son of a bitch. Exactly, no please. No rescue. Sweet. Should be good to go now. One more. Ah. Give me my head back. You're free!
Guess I didn't give you enough credit. You're like a hero.
Ha-ha! Paul!
I seem to save the princess.
10 months, bro. How's it going, Paul? Thank you so much for that 10-month resub. That's ridiculous. How are you, dude? It's been a hot minute since we spoke. We're celebrating the PS3 here today with Puppeteer, which has been, quite frankly, amazing. I don't know if you've ever played it, but I would recommend that everybody play it because it's great. Paul, how are you doing? How's the streaming life treating you, man?
Why else would you have Calabrus and the Moon Knight's shield?
Thank you again for that sub.
You're about
That's
3
awesome.
feet too short and 3 hours too late. But thanks. Like, seriously.
Have we got the same head?
I think we may have an incident on our hands.
Oh no. Good, man. Oh, look at the tiger. Yes, man, very good. Hope your weekend's going great. It's WrestleMania weekend for those who are into the squared circle, so it's an exciting time for us. But I hope you're having an exciting weekend, whatever you've been doing. So. This guy's great.
See that fang tiger is flashing?
Yes.
That's a piece of the Moonstone. Without that bit of dental work, he'd be a scaredy cat and no better. Danger! High voltage! Good thing my paws don't touch the ground.
When we touch, when we kiss. Oh man, I wasn't ready for that.
I'll whittle you down to size,
Let's see
you
about that.
little gnat.
I need my flaming scissors. Yeah, we get it.
Don't you look scrumptious?
Why, thank you. Oh man. I'm not over there. Flaming scissors engage! Shit. I was still pressing square.
Oh, so close.
He ate me. He ate me. He did say he was gonna though, to be fair. What's he gonna do? Sneeze. Oh, furballs, even worse. Razor furballs, dude.
Spiky hairballs.
That is gross.
Ouch. What? I know you're scared.
Uh-oh. Okay, it's about time. Fire scissors! Sorry, Graf. Mind if I give you a little trim? Andy!
Don't do that!
Yeah, that's pretty grim. Imagine cutting the roots for teeth. Whoa!
Keep your filthy mitts off my
head.
fan.
Oh god. It's a new attack.
So ugly. I'd like to back that now.
Oh man.
The tale of Puppeteer is about to end.
Nice. That's how you do a pun. Bollocks. That was my fault that time. Do you think he knows it's not a spiky ball anymore? It's so cool. Oh. He's red now. He's angry. Oh, it's the sound where it lands. Yeah! Straight to the source. The root of the problem. Alright, what are we doing here? Alright. Oh man. Whoa, look at that. I was already pressing square. No! Don't hammer the square button. Hey, Craig! Oh man, that's really sweet of you, dude. For quickly becoming one of my favourite streamers on Twitch. Come on now, man. That's really... Smell my bits, you mother! I've got bits! This is bits! Dude, that's really sweet of you, man. Thank you so much. 100 bits. Pop them in the pocket. Spend it on something... Spend it on something special. That's really sweet of you, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's try this bit again.
Stop that, you runt!
What'd you call me? Aha! Imagine that. That would be ridiculous. I'm making my teeth feel all weird. And I mean a medium-sized one. Exactly. I, unlike Partridge, though, love the white ones.
So totally gross. I'm covered in tiger.
This game's so good! I'm so glad I played it, and I'm so glad I saved it for a stream.
Oh, hey! Thanks for the help. What was your name again?
Kotaro.
Kotaro, huh?
No.
Right
If you think your teeth are too big, don't trim them with scissors. Can't stress that enough. Whoa! We got it! We can handle the two.
Oh my word! You found one of the moonstone shards. Most impressive. I knew I picked a winner. In fact, I think we're ready to
That's a good
turn
point,
it.
Toad.
Who's this little soubrette? One of the Sun Princess's retinue. Where's your mistress?
Like, I gotta tell you, it's not like you're anybody special, am I right?
Oh my thought! It's the tyrant! Run for your life!
Give me back my scissors!
Never!
I'll chase you to the end of the moon! This world belongs to me now! You'll never be safe, ever!
Yeah, definitely deserving that ovation from this capacity crowd. This game's great. If I haven't made that clear, can't stress that enough. Toothache named disaster. Oh, like streetcar named.
With the help of Calibrus, Kuturo defeated the menace
Also
and
good.
saved the souls of a lucky few. Well done, Kuturo! The souls he freed were homeward bound.
Act 2, here we come. Yeah, exactly. The heavy wind knocked over floor seats for me. Oh shit, are you kidding me? After all of this being cancelled because of wind? It's The Happening Part 2! That fucking god! With this wind again! Seriously, is that seriously? Hold on, we got to check the wrestling news, everybody. Scrambles to check Twitter. Whoa. Dude. Pachiti says, if WrestleMania is cancelled due to bad weather, I'm going to do a reactions to every single episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire over Twitch, so don't sweat it too much. Whoa. Oh my god. There is concern right now. This is Meltzer. There is concern right now in Tampa about a thunderstorm moving in fast. That would suck. That would really... Vince vs. God Part 2.
After claiming the knight's power,
That would really
Kuturo
suck, wouldn't it?
vanquished Tiger and escaped the Black Castle with the witch, Yin Yang, and Picarina. Where would fate lead them next?
I take it it's got to be
Act
outside
two
because of
starts
COVID rules.
here.
Do all of these... I thought all of these modern outdoor stadiums, don't they have the retractable roofs? Roofs. Ah, can you imagine? WrestleMania postponed because of wind.
Let us continue
That's
our
mad.
adventure.
Yeah, well, the sound gets lost as well, doesn't it? It is strange, though, that they don't have...
At long last, Kuturo
Wimbledon
and his
has a
new
roof,
friend Picarina
does it not?
were free of Castle Grizzlestein, born to safety.
Do you think it's
by the
because
witch's magic.
God is
Our
annoyed
fugitives
Kate Quick for
had a
not
safe
aging?
place to hide,
He's taking it out
so
on
they
WrestleMania.
chose Castle Waxwayne, the same flying palace from which the moon goddess once ruled.
Yeah, you could
Those
hold it
better
up
days,
like a tannoy.
White
Yeah,
Castle
that's it.
was respected.
Stop telling me what to do!
But the tides of darkness had since dulled its sparkle and loosened the
I'm in a
stone of its
bystander, and
walls
to me it
and
looks like traffic cone
columns.
theft. Man. Now I'm worried about Mania not happening.
There, sweeties. We'll just hide out here for a spell.
But, like, this is Castle Waxwayne. Doesn't it belong to...
Like, you know, whatever. Like, you
Although Paris and
know,
Leicester
whatever.
alike seem to have come apart at the seams.
Silence, Yin Yang! No one asked for your opinion.
Out of the darkness and into the light, Kuturo had gone from Black Castle to White.
Oh, Oh, this is more like it.
It's like the Woodland
No
Critters
moonbear
Christmas
spies
special.
and lackeys to follow our every move.
Uh-huh. You've got a lot of gumption, you know that? Only one hiney should be warming that throne, and it doesn't have warts on it.
The moon goddess is gone, Dandelion. I'm sure the palace is delighted
Stop
to
that.
have such a promising new master.
Promising. Try pompous.
Try shutting up!
Anyway.
Oh, my little earth-sent savior. Why, you're nothing short of a hero. Come, be a good child and let me have a gander at that moonstone shard.
Don't
Have you taped over The Spy Who Loved Me with America's Strongest Man?
The palace all belong to
Well,
the
now you've got Norfolk's maddest man.
Magic Slingy Looney is obviously trying to dupe you out of them.
He's staying with
How
me.
can you say such a thing? All I want is what's best for Bob. What's his name?
Whatever.
Granny's trying to explain, so knock it off!
Ow! Oh my gosh! What a witch!
The Moon Bear King kidnapped Kotaro's soul while he was sleeping. He does that to Earth children, and that's where the Moonstone comes in. The source of all moonlight. After the Moon Bear King shattered the stone, he gave the pieces to his generals, and you see how they shine. That's just one shot. Imagine the power I would have if you collected them all. I could easily spirit Kotaro back home to Earth.
Really mean it?
It's in your best interest too, my sweet. Didn't you say the Sun Princess was searching for the Moon Goddess?
Yeah. Why?
The Moonstone is a symbol of the
I mean, poor
goddess's
R-Truth, he is
power.
armed with
Restore
that
the
idiot gimmick for the rest of his life in
restore the
WWE now,
goddess.
isn't he?
This could be your big chance.
Glang! Lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang.
General
Glang-a-lang.
the Moonstone Shard, and you're
I was working at the Odeon Canterbury when
Still don't trust you.
Casino Royale came
You're
out.
using
I took a lot of my
Kitaro,
mates to see it
and
for
I
free.
am so
One time I was
going
watching
to
with my
prove it.
housemate
You'll
and
have to catch
Daniel
him
Craig's like, he nearly
first.
falls off the crane at the start. I was like, oh god, he's going to die! James Bond's going to die!
Remember, you can tell a rat if you smell a rat. Go get him!
I'm really antsy about Mania now, god damn it. Stupid
Well,
god.
Kutaro had taken the Moon Witch plunge.
Oh, wait a
and
minute,
now he
we've got a
found
new
himself
companion
in
now.
a secluded grove in the Moonwood.
That hag is such a... Ugh. How are we gonna find one lousy rodent in a place this big?
With a little bit of positive thinking, maybe.
I love this forest. One gullible woodland creature after the other.
I love this forest.
What's going on?
Whoa.
A splash of purple later, and the quiet, unassuming grove.
Oh, no, that sounds like a great video.
transformed into a gloomy, reeking landscape of evil, dark horribleness.
Once I darkify the Moonwood and offer it to the Moon Bear King as a tribute, I will be on Easily Street.
Oh, thank
So
god.
that's
Thought it was
who
spot
did
there.
this. General Rat.
Whoa! Well, we'll find out. God, God versus Vince tonight. We'll see who wins.
Now, bamboo generally tend to be upright citizens, but these stalks had grown fangs and wanted to chow down on Kutaro.
Oh, what? Creek? More biddies? Interesting story for you. I watched the Meg and Ant-Man and the Wasp at the cinema the same day with my parents. We went to Pizza Hut in between both films. Someone walked in off the street, went up to another family, took some of their fries, ate them and walked off. After the second film, the same crazy lady who was being arrested Man, how many meals do you think she interrupted before the police were called? Maybe she was doing like an Impractical Jokers sketch. Dude, thank you again for that extra 100 bits. I mean, I know it's my birthday next week, but you're really spoiling me. Cheers, Toad. Let's click on that video so I can watch it later. I saw JR like a video the other day, yesterday, of someone had put like JR commentary over a fight in a casino that ended with a super kick, and it really did end with a super kick, and he slapped his leg, and then all the comments were like, didn't even slap the leg. I'm like, yeah, he did slap the leg. He actually slapped the leg in a real super kick, which I think I would probably do if I tried a super kick in a real fight. Because how can you not?
Moon law? Have you heard this one? Once upon a time, there was a lineage
I mean, most
of
likely,
radiant
and
moon princesses
God knows when you're
who
high,
began their
you gotta have a
lives
French fry or
as
two.
tiny babies.
Let's not judge her too hard.
bamboo stalks. But then, one of the princess's souls had a little mishap and wound up in a bamboo stalk on Earth by accident.
It's just such a
sort of the
great-looking
opposite
game.
of young Puppeteer here.
Whoa.
Forget about Kataro. How can you bring up radiant princesses and not mention me? Do your job, please.
Dude! That's awful.
How dare you question your narrator? I'm omniscient.
If you know everything...
Is the narrator
then
going to
you
end up being a
know who I
bad guy?
am. Or wait, are you saving that for a surprise? Ew! Gross! Caterpillars!
I thought I was going the secret route, but it looks like I've just gone the right
Holy
way.
binge eating! It looks like that caterpillar we saw went to town on these bamboo stalks. A Koinobori streamer? And is that a panda?
I'd pop if I saw someone walk in, steal fries, and walk out.
That's so adorable.
Panda. WrestleMania gets cancelled. That'll make me a sad panda.
Hey, look! Bamboo shoot!
And when a panda puts his furry little willy in another panda's ear, that makes me a sad panda. Which way are we going here? What's going on here?
Another Koinobori! This one's red.
Shit.
Koinobori are an old tradition representing the carp as he swims his way up the waterfall to become a dragon. They're symbols of growing up healthy and strong.
I know that, but who put them up?
Oh, let's not get mired in details. Aren't you in a hurry?
Character arguing with the narrator's really cool. I wonder if the narrator's going to be the big bad at the end of this. It was me all along.
So, is this big
Austin.
panda the other fella's mother, or what?
Ciao.
Rat's purple goo had already fouled
You really
up the
made my
moon's
note with those,
pristine water
with that-
supply,
those
transforming
really sweet
the local
words, Craig.
carp
Thank you so much,
into
man.
ferocious demon fish who took none too kindly to trespassers.
Hey!
Oh, the leg slap
you don't
on a super
suppose
kick.
the
Yeah,
rats
yeah, I
hang
mean,
out upriver
come on
At
now.
the top of the waterfall?
I mean, again, I would have popped for the Kamehameha, but I mean, you've got to say that when you do a fireball from the sky, and it's got to last about 3 episodes. Oh no! Ah no! Ah, shit! I don't like these guys. Not one bit. I mean, we need a Puppeteer 2, surely, right? We need a Puppeteer 2 that has, like, dynamite heady mechanics, and I want the different heads to give you different skills, like, you know, maybe you could glide with the bat wings or whatever.
Kutaro arrived at a bridge that arched a truly impressive waterfall.
Holy cascade! Do we really have to climb this thing?
Someone's got it. Shit. Okay, let's get out of here.
Keep climbing and don't look down!
I already saw him. No time to collect that soul. Oh, that was a big one. Yeah! Don't run with scissors, they said. Terrible advice.
Look out! Flying fish!
Yeah. Whoa. Ah! No! Bollocks. Should I have gone left? Oh, right, there's a tree.
Uh-oh! Here comes the kahuna!
That doesn't sound good. Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Wow! It's almost like pink snow.
I need the...
Is this cool for the
wind.
streamers?
I need the... The streamers? How did she know I was a streamer? I don't have the windsock head, so I can't do that thing.
Check out the cherry tree! And it's in full bloom! This is awesome!
Oh, got it.
Dying far as you can see.
Darn that rat! He ruins everything!
Before their very eyes, General Rat transformed the cherry tree into a baleful twist of briars.
Well, there's no need for that! I never have the right head these days. Choppy choppy your pee-pee! Come on. Hit me! Shit. Let's try that again. No shield left. Crown head gone. Oh, God. Oh, my fucking God. Alright. You know what? I don't know what happened there. This is my first ever...
Check out the cherry tree!
Yeah, we did already.
This is awesome!
The rat's gonna ruin it.
Sakura, Sakura, dying far as you can see.
Darn that rat! He ruins everything!
Before
Is
their
that
very
rat
eyes,
behind WrestleMania?
General Rat
Behind the wind?
transformed the cherry tree into a baleful twist of briars.
Oh, cheers for the follow, Craig. There you go. Followed you back. Oh my God. Brian Alvarez says, at this exact moment, WrestleMania is on hold. Holy shit. This is mad. It's actually just, it's just shit is what it is. Dude. How do I get over that? You know what? Whatever. Shit. Okay. Jump, 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 yeah! Now where?
Woohoo! We did it, Kataro. It's back to normal.
Now that Kuturo and Calibris have excised the darkness, the old cherry tree can go
I
back
mean,
to
a
his usual
shitload of burgers would be like
standing tall,
cheeseburger
looking
sliders,
looming
like loads of little ones, like little White Castle ones. Oh, just imagine that. Because I am now.
In the mystical cave behind the waterfall, our hero stumbled upon a strange scroll
How do we
that
get
could
past his
only
magic?
be important.
Somebody doesn't want us to have that scroll.
We cut the vines like we always have. What is this? The bomb scroll? Ninja head?
And that was how Kuturo acquired the ninja's power.
I'm more of a burger guy than chicken
Nin,
wings.
Nin.
I used to get ribs a lot when I frequented TGI Fridays, so I've not had good ribs in a long time. But yeah, little burger sliders for me over wangs. Which just leaves more wangs for you.
Turn out the lights. Luna Candela. Funny. That usually works. Kotaro, use the ninja's powers to light up the cave.
Okay.
It's still dark. Do it again.
Do it again.
Good.
Can I hurt myself?
Just a little brighter now. Throw a bomb in from above.
I did it already.
Finally, we can have some lighting.
Yeah, chicken sliders. Yeah, get a few cheeseburger sliders, a few chicken burger sliders. Oh no, just like chicken goujon with some dip. Oh man, this is. I'm so hungry. Someone bring me sliders and wangs. Sticky bomb.
Don't throw it. Set it down.
I did.
Don't throw it. Set it down.
I did, lady. What's your problem, guy?
One final test.
Fans are being evacuated from the stadium. Oh my god in heaven. Can you... Can you even believe it? After all we've been through with no fans at wrestling all year. An act of God. Oh yeah, I mean like give me like Red Robin bottomless French fries. If we're talking dream snacks, give me Kirin Ichiban beer, like right now. From Japan, so it's actually brewed with rice and tastes great. 6 hours of Mania tomorrow. God. What are they going to do though? They're fucked. They can't have 50,000 fans in there tomorrow. That's... Oh, quick, get everyone to the performance center. Do it there. Dude, I can't. I have no words for this.
Time to spruce up the sprucing.
Whoa! Holy sacrilege!
Oh, the horror! Rat squeaked with satisfaction at his handiwork. The hallowed shrine of the forest gods had been transformed, corrupted.
Hello. Oh, what? I need that. Oh, fuck off. Ah, nuts. I can't eat. Okay, you just gotta be quick. Alright, I get it now. Shit.
After him, Kataro!
Awesome.
Phew! He's a
Yeah.
And so Kutaro snipped the ghastly lantern down to size and returned the shrine to normal.
That was a short boss. Raymond James Stadium 2. Weather update. Lightning threat has passed. All parking and gates are back open! Fans may return to their seats. Free parking at HCC is now closed. Well, where am I going to park? Thanks for being patient, fans. Dude. Bro. Oh, hey Toad, thanks for the follow on the old Twitter. Shoot you one back. Wait a minute. There's a place in Scotland called Twat? Twat! Seth Rollins just tweeted a picture of him with the words WrestleMania drip, so unless he's talking about the rain. That was scary. I don't want to count my chickens until the show starts though. God, what an evening.
The Tory gate guarding the shrine had been sapped of its power by sorcerous chains.
That was great. I thought it was going to be the bomb planting time. Okay, let's try that again. Is it always the one on the right? Because then I can just stay over there. It's going to change now, watch. Yeah! After him, Kutaro! Whoa! Oh, Jesus! Yeah! Pew pew! This game's the best. Cherry Blossom Head. Love that song by Air. There are 2 places in Scotland called Twat. That's the greatest news I've ever heard in my life.
To fell his enemies and
Twat! What did you say that? God damn son of a bitch. Yes. Just wait on the right. It's always the one on the right. Twats, that's amazing. Nope. Fuck. Oh well. Let's do take 2 of that. I'm going straight up into that twat. And then the other one. You're damn right. Yeah. I have to say, I don't know why I'm out. Well, I don't have to say. I don't know why I'm outing myself. I've never been to Scotland, or Ireland, or Northern Ireland. I have been to Wales. But I'm going to make up for that when COVID's over. I'm going to be, like I said, you'll know where to find me. In Twat. A lot of moisture in Twat, eh? Oh man. I've got the giggles now. I know there's a place in England called Bell End. Oh gosh. Right, I'm not almost crying with laughter because of the word twat. It's the 2 T's as well, I love it. I like the 2 T's. Twat!
Time for a fire sale!
Suddenly, The
Yeah,
giant
I'll be there.
was transformed
What am I
into
doing?
a weaver, one of the
No,
Moon
my
King's
head.
faithful servants, who seemed quite intent that Kuturo join the club.
Kataro, did you see that? Stick a bomb on that glowing taiko drum.
I know. Idiot. Let's go. This game's a cut above the rest. There's your box quote. Hey.
What a fight it was! As Kuturo dodged scalding flames and swinging death and leapt from taiko to taiko.
Ah. Shit. Bollocks.
You gotta jump away before you get whacked.
Right, that didn't go very well. Yes. Whoa, don't fuck it up now. Crown head. Round 3.
Almost there, Kataro. He may look tough, but I can see the fear in his eyes.
Son of a
Let's
bitch.
set those souls free.
Well, easy come, easy go. I wonder why they put it on the right so often. Maybe on a harder difficulty setting. I don't know what I'm playing on. Probably normal. Even if I don't remember seeing difficulty settings, but I think I probably just went straight into audio. And I'm so glad I fixed the audio problems, because this game without speech wouldn't have been anywhere near as good. Whoa! Come on. Yeah! One and done. Exactly. It's not a rude word, there's 2 T's at the end.
Never mind.
Well done, Kuturo!
Hooray!
The Shrine's Weaver had been vanquished, and the souls of the children it held captive returned.
Taiko
to
Drumhead! Brilliant. Yes! And again. Really, really cool. Well, I'm gonna. If that's Matthew's gimmick, then I'll leave it to him.
Calibros! No! My scissors! I don't want to go back to me!
And it was all a dream.
What is going on? But this had better be important, or else. They what? Rat is supposed to be guarding that forest. Talk to him. Yes, he would say that. The buffoon! Ian Tiger, I'm beginning to think the problem with my generals is that I have any!
Math's such a legend. Yeah, I've done some streams with him, and I started streaming a bit earlier than he did, so I could relate to his stress though. Audio going weird, video being stupid, 1,001 problems happening when you start to stream with technology. It's ridiculous.
Never fear, you beautiful brute. You just need to find their ringleader. And then, once you do, you can tear them into tiny and threatening little bits! Ah! Ta! Put toxin production on hold. Kuturo has been spotted in the Moonwood.
Then Rat has failed in his task. Say the word, sire, and I will strike your enemies down.
Very well. Crush the life out of Kutaro, no matter the cost, and you will be well rewarded.
The reward is in the crushing. Watch as I devour all that stands in my path.
Yeah, once again, a deserved round of applause for this game. At least do a re-release of this. PS5 remaster. You know?
With the help of Calibros,
I mean, what are they doing?
Kutaro defeated the menace and saved the souls of a lucky few. Well done, Kutaro! The souls he freed were homeward bound.
Yeah. Everything's set up for the stream and go live. My computer's on fire.
The Moonstone was Kutaro's only ticket home to Earth. Newly armed with the ninja's bombacious powers, Kutaro continued to scour the Moonwood in search of the despicable rat.
Okay, let's play a little bit more before
Let us
I go and get ready for Mania. Very excited now that it's happening again. Yeah, and it wouldn't be, you know, you're not talking about a lot of work for a remaster. However, having said that, it is a PS3 game. And we all know how interestingly the PS3 was built under the hood.
Smartly dressed rat. Gather round, the rat said, and produced a purple elixir. This tincture will cure all illnesses.
Is he doing all the voices?
The tyrant's magic. And he offered to sell it to them for a reasonable price.
I wonder.
As a neighborly gesture. The Moonwood's inhabitants were overjoyed and relieved to have such a good friend looking out for them.
Well, the Moonwood is a mess, all right. But where's General Rat? There's still
I mean, I don't know, honestly. It could be an easy
At least it's nice here.
an easy port.
Finally a place on the moon that's not crazy. Hey, Kataro.
Yo.
Even if you clobber that rat and get the Moonstone shard,
Clobbering time.
you better not give it to the witch. I mean it.
Alright.
Seriously, that witch, she's just using you so she can get her grubby hands on the Moonstone. Or worse.
Oh, yes, dearie.
Worse.
Give me the Moonstone. And your brains.
Who knows what she'll do with that kind of power? You should leave the Moonstone with me. I can keep it safe.
What? You wouldn't.
Don't know who to trust now. DTA.
Dipsqueak is even more shady than I am.
Can it, Crone? No comments from the imaginary peanut gallery.
Yeah.
Honest Kataro.
Yeah, well, the narration is another element that reminds me a bit of Little Big Planet. Obviously, Stephen Fry did the narration for that game, the first one at least.
Ready for this?
We played some Little Big
My
Planet on the
daddy
stream not too long ago, and it was still just so amazing.
I know, it's like tragic.
And
princess, I'm royalty.
it's really weird.
Then
Some
the
PS3 games, the servers are just on forever. You can play them. Me and Steve played Batman Arkham Origins multiplayer less than a year ago.
I'm serious.
And
I'm the sun
like a few weeks ago, I saw an article pop up about people trying to save the online mode of that game. So it sounded like. Hold on.
Stop that! No! Don't you dare go Sondheim on me! Oh my gosh, I will eclipse you! That's it! This Saturday morning...
It's like being on Splash Mountain. Well, let me tell you something about disturbing, Craig. I was on Splash Mountain once, and there was some kind of fault. A lot of the lights turned off, the audio went off, so all you could hear was the animatronics going. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Absolutely terrifying, like Five Nights at Freddy's shit.
Friendship renewed.
I've never played a Fable game before, but
Princess of the Sun continued their quest to
I
find
know the
Shattered
early ones were more
Moonstone.
beloved by the fans, so yeah, get a remake of that, goddammit. Although, because it's on Xbox, you can probably play it on a Series X. I can't remember what I was talking about when I stopped for the song.
And now for Lake Secret.
If it sounded interesting, someone remind me.
Kutaro and Picarina were still hot on the rat's tail
Oh, right.
when they reached the edge of a dim and darksome lake.
Oh, please, someone, anyone, help! Save me from my predicament!
Whoa.
Mayday!
What?
Mayday!
What's that?
They heard the shrill cries of a damsel in distress.
Boing! Oh shit. There we go. Alright, nice.
Help! Oh, please, help! Somebody save us! Our mama went crazy! I mean, our mama
Did
went
you know
crazy.
that frogs are low in calories and contain high efficiency protein?
Oh no.
Beauty in every bite.
Oh, is she eating her own kids? For real?
She's poisoned. She's got the purple goo on her. But yeah, she did eat
Living
her.
in the lake were adorable little creatures known as the Kapagairu. But the rat's toxin had triggered a most unpleasant metamorphosis. And the few Kapagairu who dodged that bullet now faced extinction at the hands of their psychopathic relative.
What's that green stuff, yeah? More goodies.
Time for some calisthenics!
Oh, give me a break.
In days of yore, the
try that
moon
again.
goddess herself took holidays to the lake, but you wouldn't know it now. Unless her idea of a day
Gotcha.
off was frightful fishes,
Okay.
freakish frogs,
Cut
and
that water there.
phantasmal
No problem.
vistas.
I don't know this guy. Okay. Let's try and be a lot quicker than that. Dude! Alright. Nice. You look like one of those biscuit tins. Stop! Move away from the cookie jar. No! Ah, can't. Ah. Hopefully I just spawned right where I died. Nope. God, son of a frog. Yeah. Thank you. Alright. I want to get ahead. Oop, circle. I know what I'm doing. Gimme.
Once, this very taiko drum boomed and blammed as the Kapagairu fested their festivals. Now,
Blammed.
the tune had changed.
Once again, can't stress how good this game feels to play. The controls are awesome. The scissor mechanics are great.
Can you just picture it? The pristine water, like glass, nestled in a vast kingdom of green. It was the perfect getaway for two young
First
lovers.
try.
The
First
grass
prize.
by the lake, soft upon the buttocks.
Buttocks?
Well, let's just say it was a very memorable honeymoon, even for a man full of memorable stories. But those vividly luscious days are lost, like frogs in a blender.
The audience reacted
When
to
you
my
get
near
as old
deaths.
as me, and the
another nice
days
touch.
grow as weary and predictable as they do, you too will be longing for
Any other
grass
Mania
on
updates?
your
Still a bit
back.
worried.
Looks like one of the Moai.
Can't get enough
Where's it supposed to be
scissoring.
put at?
Scissor me timbers. What head is that? Spiky head? Spiky head or a head I don't have. It's a head I don't have.
Kutaro pressed on, unflinching, across the dangerous lake's mossy rocks and aquatic leaves, slashing at the petals on the wind as if composing a wordless poem.
Nice.
Onward our hero sloshed, noting with every sploosh that the rat's purple poison had been splotched all over the place like putrid shit.
There goes another head.
I had dreams once. I was beautiful once.
Could you shut up once?
Quick! Cool.
Look at that rock. That's a sight gag waiting to happen.
Sight gag? This is my life. Cool. Oh. See that timing?
Something seems different about the middle lantern.
What head is that?
It almost looks like one of those paper ones.
I don't have the paper lantern head. I don't have it, I say. Damn it.
At the heart of Lake Cedrus,
Should we try that again?
came across a great block.
Curse that rat! Look at what I have become! I am a tragedy in the midst of unfolding.
I hate to pick on the old trout, but aim for that brainless head.
Bollocks.
It's open. Toss the bomb in.
I needed that head as well to get that bonus. Whoa!
There you go.
Steve, you son of a bitch. Thank you so much for that raid. How you guys doing? Oh, magic. Rocco Star. Anti. Spade Racing. So great to see so many of you guys here. Let's pause it for a second so I can see what I'm doing. Yo, Patman. Yo, Lee. Yo, Emma. Hi, everybody. My name's Chris, aka the Psycho Fox. We're playing some Puppeteer to celebrate the PS3 because obviously Sony are axing that store in the summer. Thank you for that follow, Antoine. How's everybody doing? Everybody excited about WrestleMania now that it is definitely happening? Well, you know, touch wood, we don't want to... Whoa! We've got a sub! Craig gifting out that sub to Fletch. Do a bit of the Sami Zayn dance there. Thank you, Spade. That's my voice, and I use it to talk with, so I'm glad you are enjoying the sounds that I make with it. Yeah, English is my first language. Just ignore that sentence. Everybody excited about Mania? Apparently it's happening now. There was a storm warning. Yo, Steve, I really appreciate that. What were you streaming? How was the stream? How did it go? Hope it was fun. Yes, this is Puppeteer because we're celebrating the PS3 because Sony are axing it, basically. And this is the first time I played it, and this game's just been an absolute joy. It's got the same voice actor who's in It Takes Two, Steve, and it's a similar aesthetic. It's really, really cool. I am fine, Mashi. How are you? English and rubbish. Well, that's, you know, I can barely do the first one there, so good for you, Jay. Aw, you guys. Yeah, Mania's on. Yeah, we've had loads of updates in the chat. At first, I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it's going to be cancelled by wind." It's the happening all over again. But yeah, it's happening. The lightning warning has passed. Fans are moving back to their seats. And thank God for that.
Did you see that?
Thank you so much for that follow, Emma. I really appreciate it. Fire that puppy up, Craig. Grab some stuff from the store that you might have heard about over the years that you might have been umming and ahhing about. There's lists you can find. Wavy fucking trees! There's lists you can find on the internet that are like, here are the games that are exclusive to PS3 that are going away forever. And obviously, same with some PSP games and some Vita games. Yeah, well, isn't it? Yeah, well, that's what they can do for the happening too. Bring in the lightning.
Monsters! I only want it to be beautiful!
Says the dimwit
Don't we
hater
all?
children. Go on, Kataro. Blow her head off again.
Alright. Get down there. Yeah. Nice.
Snap out of it, lady.
Oh, Froghead, I need that. Come here. What? Okay.
Day after day after day, saddled by croaking squirrels. It wasn't always like this.
Fuck.
I was
I think they're helping us.
Can you blame me for taking the rat's medicine? Can you? The rat spell? It's broken? Oh, at last! My former
Yeah, no
splendor
top
will be
rope diving tonight because of the wind. You might get carried away. Literally and figuratively.
Why, gods, why? What a fool I was to have
Ain't that the
listened
truth,
to
Craig?
that insidious rat.
Well, let that be a lesson.
Whoa,
The
fan
next
was
time
killed by a
something
lightning
sounds
strike
too
after a
good to be
NASCAR
true.
race.
That's
ridiculous.
Rat. Cut you.
Obviously, I hope
You
everyone's
vile
safe tonight. That's the
servant of
priority, as
evil.
always.
Like
KO is
the
apparently
Black
planning a
Death
dive
came
off the ship,
and blackened
but he's not until
open
tomorrow.
us all.
That'd be awesome.
And then you killed us.
Did he tweet about that? How do you know that?
You're kind of still alive, you know. Bill, what gives? Is Gloria off today? I can't work with this hand.
Oh, a nice little reference to an understudy being used in the play.
Oh my gosh, this is mortifying. Come on, Kataro.
Ah, cool. Look pictures of them playing in the spot.
I'm not finished. The gods of the Moonwood, they are in danger. Grievous danger. Ma, you are doomed. The Moonwood's end is assured.
It's Grievous, you ignoramus.
So it's interesting you mentioned that, Spade. Back when I had my own little Fed like WVW back in the day, back in 2001, and at one point I tried to do a dive and the thing underneath me buckled. It wasn't slippy, but basically
So
The,
basically, me and Kataro are
it's quite a clip. And let me tell you, when I reach 500 followers, I'll show you that botch. Not until then.
Me and Kataro have to
Damn it, I
save
should have set
the
it
Moonwood's
higher.
guardian deity.
Whose roots stretch beneath the whole forest. Yes. Oh, line. If Rat convinces them
Line.
to drink this mysterious
That's amazing.
elixir.
Wait, okay, we're done. Next scene.
She asked for direction as
I
well.
love you. Now
It's amazing.
We are doomed. The forest shall rot. The
Oh, if I can
birds
get
shall
Math to put it in a
song their
Botchamania just with no context or explanation,
The
that'd be really funny.
cataclysm is upon
You'll see
us.
my backyard wrestling before you ever see OOC's collection of dub matches. Oh man.
A very good good day to you, sir and madam.
It's the PS3 Power Lead's just a figure of 8, no?
Mother and father Cedar.
Well, the fat ones use the old kettle leads. I really want someone to fix my PS3 fat because I really want to hook it up to the setup.
They're all raving about that.
I mean, I've got the PS2 right over there, but the PS3 fat looks awesome. And having that emulation, because it is partly hardware and partly emulation on the PS3s that came out in Europe and I think America as well. It's just the original Japanese run that had pure hardware emulation, I think. I think it actually might be Japan and North America now that I think about it, but definitely not in this country. Ain't it always the way? Goo! That was nearly rubbish. Yeah, once again, magic. We don't get it as good as Miracle. But I mean, the whole NTSC PAL thing used to be much worse back in the day, which I didn't even know about until I got my Japanese N64. Then I learned about the difference between 60 Hz and 50 Hz. You guys get full screen, full speed. You know, in this country, the original, the Sonic on the Mega Drive, that's right, Mega Drive, actually had slower music than the NTSC versions, which is ridiculous. And we'd always have to pay more in PAL territories as well. You know, specifically Australia and New Zealand, those guys always pay the most for some reason. Yeah, you got the dollary dues to make it happen. Give me my crown. But yeah, nowadays it's not an issue. Everything's running at the same speed. Thank fuck. Oh, I see how it is.
Do tell, sir. Well, one of us is a little...
No! I took my mind off the ball for 1 second.
But you do not...
Yeah, you know, so I had an N64 from Japan, and, you know, I go around my friend's house and play on their UK N64. And, you know, noticeably slower. Borders of the top and bottom. Not good enough. And, yeah, when we got to, like, the PS2, Dreamcast, GameCube, you know, you've got the option to play games in 60 Hz mode, which is what you want. Kablamo!
Well, while you're catching his drift...
Yes, madam?
Do you smell that?
Why,
What's that smell? What the hell is that smell?
Fragrance.
It's not me. Guess who it is?
Saying no more. I can make your husband's crack smell as fresh as the cold breeze.
Your husband's crack? What?
All you're needing is this.
Damn it.
One miraculous.
Missed out on getting that head there.
Allow me to gift you this limited time free sample. But you must not tell my other customers.
Somebody!
This guy's like the opposite of Jake from State Farm.
And now the moonwood is doomed.
We'll see about that. Oh no, it's a tree. It's a weird tree face.
Will no one get this grisly
Dookie!
His treachery laid bare. Rats sprayed Mother
One who got the
and
power
Father
pack.
Cedar with their unmounted violent groove.
Mania.
Your forest is belonging to the Moon Bear King now.
A few well-placed bombs should blow all that goop off.
How do I get those ones up there though?
For a limited time, buy the one, get one, no, two, free, while supplies last.
He's crackers, this guy. How
free sample.
Can I? How do I?
Now get it off my husband, quickly!
All clean. I throw terribly, unfortunately.
Get one, no, two, free, while supplies last.
Damn you, rat!
Don't forget to do the misses too. How daring of you!
Oh shit, she's got 3 on her. Fuck. Give me the head! Oh, I'm taking way too much time here. Quick, do the thing! Do the thing!
Cherry blossoms!
Fuck yeah.
That makes absolutely no
We
sense.
feel better already.
Ah, you motherfucker. Ah, yeah. Come on. Come over here.
Now, Kataro, take Calibris and cut his jetpack open.
Where am I? What's happening? Oh, he's doing something off camera. Stop being funny off camera, you.
Wait, please! I beg of you to spare my life!
Let this loser have it, Kataro. He's hurt enough people.
I had no choice! That unscrupulous Moon Bear King made
Just Virgil out there in a thunderstorm trying to get $10 for pictures. Evening loss. You heard about the craziness about the storm over Tampa, man. Mania nearly getting cancelled like in the last hour. Ah, I tell you, Emma, my dad used to work on the Formula 1 Grand Prix. He used to work in television, so he'd fly to different countries to film the Grand Prix. And in '96 he came back with an Air64 that he gave to me and my brother for Christmas, and it was amazing and quite an upgrade from the Mega Drive that I've been using up until that point. Loz, absolutely mad, isn't it? But yeah, love my Japanese N64. It's sitting right there. And what's in it? No mercy. Yes, I was a very lucky lad. Christmas '96 as well. Came out like I had mine like 5 months before it was out in this country.
Then I've only got a surprise for you! Come on, wow! And welcome to the Rat Race Shopping Camp!
Oh,
Whoa,
God.
what is going on?
Mother and Father Cedar, how would you like to be getting your hands on this Plum Miraculexia? Getting the stinky pits in old age? Never to wait.
Well, perhaps.
Too much chunk in your trunk? Never to fear.
Oh.
With just one gulp of Plum Miraculexia, you can kiss the problems goodbye.
Don't listen to him, it's too good to be true.
Got so strong. It's
Never buy fat burners.
Curious why the moon goddess was so beautiful? It's a plum secret. Guaranteed by the Mooney Mage administration or your money back.
Oh. Oh, but it must cost a fortune.
It does.
Yeah, like I said, I'd had a Mega Drive up until that point, and first game we turned on was Wave Race 64, and that launched it, which I still think looks incredible and moves incredibly. Just hit me right in the face. Like, what a leap graphically and, you know, technology-wise. It's just amazing. Ah, yes, Fighter's Destiny. Interesting story about Mario 64. My dad took the N64 back to the hotel room, fired up Mario 64, but thought it had too much text in it, so he took it back, and the launch games me and my brother got that Christmas were Wave Race and Pilot Wings. Obviously, I got Mario 64 not too far down the line. I was really lucky, actually. One of my neighborhood friends had an American N64, so we could actually trade games, which was really cool. And I could play his English language games as well. Me and him, we got GoldenEye on the day it made it to the import shops over here. Got our American copy of GoldenEye. Went back to his, played it all day, popped on single player, turned it up to 00 difficulty, and it was just amazing. It really, really was. And I'd never played a game like that before. I'd never put it on hard. But he was like, let's put it on hardest. I was like, yeah. It took us ages to get through Dan, but just amazing memories. Chateau Maison in the bottle, I wouldn't drink it. Wasn't half a bottle of, just give me half a bottle of Blue Nun. Well, everybody, I think we are going to leave it there for the night. We've got to get ready for Mania since it's happening. Yeah. But that was Puppeteer, and I'm definitely going to be coming back to finish this game, because what an experience that was. Purple Nun. I've got a cellar as well. There's no wine in it. But yeah, we're going to be back for some more Puppeteer very soon, because that was amazing. I will be posting my stream schedule like I do on Mondays on Twitter. You can find my Twitter in the description or whatever. I also update my schedule on Twitch, but sometimes I forget because I've got to go on a PC to do it. I'm going to watch Mania. I've got all my friends here. We're ready to have a great night. It's just me. Live by myself, but I'm excited. I'm so happy it's happening. That was a bit of a scary moment or two right there, wasn't it? Woo! But guys, thank you so much for joining me. A double raid from Matthew and V1. Talk about your all-star raids. That's just amazing. You guys are the best for hanging out. Thanks for all the follows. Thank you for the subs and the bits. Yep. Me, Jack, and Jim, and Stella Artois. Watch along in the Discord? Certainly not in my Discord. I can't be bothered to do that. But if they're doing one in OSWs, that could be cool. Let me know. Who's online? I would raid Ray, but I think she's just about to finish off. You know what? We'll give Ray a raid because she's done a 12-hour stream today for charity. So even though we're dropping in right at the end, let's say a big hello to Ray. She's awesome, and if you guys could join me just to say a quick hello, that would be amazing. So let's do that right now. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. Tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with Subscriber Sunday, where I play games picked by a subscriber. We're going to be finishing off Eternal Darkness tomorrow, so tune in for that. 9 PM British Standard Time. Always the same. But we're going to raid Ray now, so if you can join me and say hi, that would be awesome. No pressure, of course, but whatever you decide to do, have a great WrestleMania weekend if you're doing that, if that's your thing. But have a great weekend, whatever you're doing, guys. I really appreciate it. Cheers once again. Yeah, that's it. Guys, thank you so much. Wow, look at all those people who are coming along for the raid. You guys are the best. Let's join now. Take it easy. I will see you later. Bye.